Yao, an illegitimate daughter who had never been cherished by her family since childhood, endured years of neglect and cold treatment from the Ji family. When her family teetered on the brink of bankruptcy, her old-hearted father and cruel stepmother made a ruthless deal. They forced Ji Yao to take the place of their spoiled and favored adopted daughter Jizu to fulfill a prearranged marriage contract. She was sent to marry Lu Shen, the most powerful and influential man in Nanchang. 3 months prior, Lu Shen had suffered a deliberate car crash, falling into a deep coma and reduced to a bedridden vegetative state. Once the domineering top tycoon of the Lu family, he was regarded as a pitiful and useless invalid by the entire city overnight. This forced marriage became the only lifeline for the declining Ji family. In exchange for Lu's huge capital injection and exclusive development rights of key urban projects, they sacrificed Ji Yao without the slightest hesitation, treating her as a disposable tool and a despised outcast. On their wedding night, the bright red wedding bedding looked glaring and blood-like, filling the riverside luxury villa under the Lu family's name with indescribable depression and desolation. Alone beside her motionless husband, Ji Yao's heart was filled with dead silence and utter despair. She was trapped in a loveless political marriage, destined to live a lonely life with a comatose husband. Before she could calm her broken mood, her ex-boyfriend Qin Ming broke into the new house hand in hand with Jizu. The two had betrayed her cruelly. Qin Ming once swore eternal love to Ji Yao, yet he abandoned her without hesitation the moment she was arranged for a political marriage, clinging to Jizu's wealth and vanity instead. The pair spared no effort to taunt and humiliate Ji Yao. They mocked her for being trapped in a lonely widow's life, sneering that she was nothing but a cheap bargaining chip for the Ji family to survive. Jizu, sharp-tongued and vicious, flaunted her sweet relationship with Qin Ming, openly ridiculing Ji Yao's miserable fate. She hinted maliciously that Ji Yao had to serve a paralyzed husband and grovel for wealth, and even ridiculed her humble birth and worthless identity. Qin Ming wore a condescending expression, pretending to persuade Jizu while belittling Ji Yao, claiming that marrying into the Lu family was a false blessing that only trapped her in endless loneliness. After trampling on Ji Yao's dignity and crushing her last trace of pride, the two left with disdainful glances, leaving her drowning in grievance and sorrow. The moment hot tears rolled down her cheeks and her body trembled with helplessness, an unexpected change happened quietly in the silent bedroom. The man who had been diagnosed as a permanent vegetative suddenly regained consciousness. An icy yet powerful hand clamped tightly around Ji Yao's waist with overwhelming strength, making her freeze on the spot. She raised her head in shock and met a pair of deep, cold eyes that had long hidden all vitality and numbness. Lu Shen slowly opened his eyes, completely breaking everyone's cognition. In a low, hoarse and magnetic voice he put forward a cold deal: "Kiss me, and I will help you destroy those who humiliated and hurt you," letting them pay an extremely painful price for every word of insult. Ji Yao was utterly stunned, realizing that the supposedly comatose man had been faking his coma all along. He endured in silence, hiding his sharp mind and supreme power, waiting for the perfect moment to counterattack and uncover the truth behind the fatal car accident. Lu Xian's deliberate coma stemmed from the conspiracy surrounding his accident. He chose to lie low and hide his awakening to sort out internal enemies and control the overall situation in secret. Soon after, the old housekeeper loyal to the Lu family and the old master summoned Ji Yao to the ancient and solemn old mansion. Lu Zhenting, the old master of the Lu family, warned her plainly, ordering her to abide by her duty as Mrs. Lu in name only. She was required to play the role of a peaceful wife to stabilize public opinion and the Lu family's reputation. The old master implicitly pinned his hope of Lu Xian's recovery on the so-called luck brought by the rushed marriage. Ji Yao signed an extremely humiliating marriage agreement with no right to inheritance, no personal freedom and no voice in the family's affairs. The only benefit the Ji family gained was a 1 billion capital injection in priority over urban development projects. selling Ji Yao's life and dignity at a ridiculously low cost. Alone in the cold new bedroom at night, Ji Yao was haunted by countless doubts. She tentatively asked Lu Shen about the truth of his awakening. He spoke inferently, mocking the Ji family's shallowness and ruthlessness, commenting that they had sold their daughter in a despicable and cheap way, taking advantage of her helpless situation. Lu Shen proposed a mutually beneficial transaction. He would avenge all her grievances, completely overthrow Qin Ming and Jizu, and make the cold-blooded Ji family regret their choices. In return, Jia had to please him wholeheartedly, using intimate company and kisses as permanent entry payment. With no one to rely on and nowhere to escape, Jia Yao had no choice but to agree to this transcational relationship of mutual utilization. From then on, they began a secret cohabitation. Lu Shen continued to pretend to be a vegetative in front of outsiders, and only the loyal housekeeper knew the truth of his recovery, strictly blocking all relevant news to avoid necessary troubles and hidden dangers. Most of the time, Lu Shen closed his eyes to rest and recuperate, secretly controlling the entire Lu Group's operation and eradicating hidden dangers step by step. Ji Yao abided by their agreement obediently. She kissed him gently every morning and night, read financial news for him in her spare time, and even read cliched domineering president romance novels as he requested. Faced with those shy and explicit plots, she blushed with embarrassment, while Lu Xiaom enjoyed her flustered reaction in amusement, obviously teasing her on purpose. Intimate interactions gradually broke the estrangement between them. The cold touch of his skin, his deep gaze and deliberate intimacy made Jiao's heart throb involuntarily. Hatred and hatred were intertwined with subtle ambiguity and silent dependence, and a special bond slowly took root between the scarred two. Jizu never stopped provoking Ji Yao. She sent vicious text messages to slander and ridicule her, flaunting her superior life and Qin Ming's promising career. She proudly announced that Qin Ming's small company had obtained a high-value cooperation opportunity from our Yui Feng Group, a subsidiary of Lu Corporation. To show off her glory and humiliate Ji Yao, she took the initiative to invite her to a luxurious birthday party, held in the top private club Y Unding Club. Little did Jizu and Qin Ming know that all the seemingly favorable opportunities were carefully set traps by Lu Shen. He deliberately granted the cooperation qualification to raise their vanity and ambition, planning to let them climb to the highest peak of glory before a thorough and devastating fall. Jizu's birthday banquet was extremely extravagant, crowded with celebrities and social elites. The Ji family reveled in the limelight, boasting about their daughter's wisdom and their promising future with the Lu Group's support. Standing in the center of the banquet hall, Jizu, dressed in custom couture, hugged Qin Ming affectionately, accepting countless compliments and envious stares. When she made her birthday wishes in front of the huge cake, she deliberately targeted Ji Yao in her words, pretending to be kind while insinuating Ji Yao's miserable life as a lonely wife of a paralyzed man. At the peak of her arrogance, the large LED screen in the hall suddenly malfunctioned. The festive celebration video was instantly replaced by ambiguous surveillance footage taken in a high-end hotel corridor. The footage clearly showed Jizu flirting and making out with a middle-aged wealthy married businessman. She took the initiative to please the man in order to seize the project cooperation, and the explicit audio completely exposed her ugly true colors. She insulted Qin Ming as a foolish puppet behind his back, admitting that she only used him for benefits, and humbly begged the wealthy boss for resources and shelter. The entire banquet fell into dead silence in an instant. Jizu's face turned deathly pale, and the Ji family's relatives collapsed on the spot in shame. Qin Ming flew into a violent rage, completely losing his rationality. He slapped Jizu fiercely in public and kicked her brutally, venting all his anger and humiliation. The two tore each other apart, exposing each other's scandals, sins and dirty secrets in front of all guests. Shortly after the scandal broke out, our Yui Fang Group issued an official announcement to terminate all cooperation immediately. and the corrupt relevant executives were immediately suspended and investigated. Ken Ming's career collapsed overnight, and his company faced a fatal capital chain rupture. The grand birthday party ended in a farce and a shocking scandal, becoming the biggest laughingstock in Nanchang's upper-class circle. All of this was Liu Xian's precise revenge. After witnessing the complete downfall of her enemies, Ji Yao felt relieved and thanked him sincerely. Their relationship grew closer. Lu Shan accelerated his revenge plan, collecting solid evidence of Qin's illegal fundraising, tax evasion and commercial fraud. The police and judicial authorities filed a case for investigation, and Qin Ming was finally sentenced to long-term imprisonment for serious crimes. The Ji family suffered a devastating blow. In order to fill the huge funding gap, they mortgaged all real estate and assets, but still failed to save their declining enterprise, ending up with complete bankruptcy. Ji Yao's father suffered a stroke and became paralyzed due to the huge blow, while her stepmother fell into endless sorrow and despair. Abandoned by everyone and notorious, Ji was spurned by the entire upper class. She was brutally retaliated by defrauded investors, disabled and disfigured, doomed to a miserable and lonely life with no redemption. Everyone who had hurt Ji Yao in the past paid a heavy price under Liu Xian's cold and decisive arrangements. During this period, Liu Xian's physical condition recovered at an astonishing speed. Although confined to bed for months, he maintained a healthy and powerful figure with clear muscle lines, only carrying faint scars left by the car accident. Ji Yao accompanied him through every rehabilitation session wholeheartedly. She took care of his daily life, wiped his body carefully, and assisted him in difficult physical training. In the process of mutual company and care, Liu Xian's cold shell gradually melted. He revealed his gentle and possessive side only to Ji Yao. The transcational intimacy turned into sincere affection and deep love. He recovered step by step, breaking free from the wheelchair and regaining his ability to move freely, once again taking full control of the Liu Group's power and dominating the business circle of Nanchang. After losing all support, the desperate Ji family knelt outside the Liu family's villa, begging Ji Yao for mercy and help, trying to use blood ties to kidnap her conscience. Having endured decades of coldness and harm from this family, Ji Yao remained indifferent and decisive. She refused to forgive or offer help, completely cutting off all ties with her original family and freeing herself from the endless pain brought by blood relations. With all grudges settled and all evil people punished, Liu Shan faced Ji Yao with his most sincere heart. He tore up the unequal nominal marriage agreement, abandoned the deal based on interests, and confessed his deep love to her. He proposed to turn their temporary transaction into a lifelong companionship, making her the real Mrs. Liu, who owned complete love and freedom. Under the warm sunset breeze, they hugged and kissed tenderly. From a forced political marriage into cold transcational partnership, they healed each other's deep scars and despair. They walked through betrayal, insult, conspiracy and revenge together, turning hatred into love, loneliness into dependence, and despair into hope. The lonely abused girl and the depressed powerful tycoon finally gained warm redemption, then a lasting happy ending in each other's arms.